Right, we've got a Monday night game. It's beleaguered Chelsea against equally beleaguered West Brom, who are bottom of the table and desperate for points. Kicks off at 8 o'clock at the Bridge. And for all their recent troubles, Amanda, I'm sure Chelsea are pretty strong favs here, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. They're 3-10. The draw 4-1, and West Brom are 9s.
So, Mark, 3-10 Chelsea.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't back that.
Can you?
You can't back that. I mean, even if they do win, then so what?
If you've got the 10, you don't need the 3.
Yeah, and also if you do need the 3, I think there's safer places to put your 10. So I wouldn't be backing. I definitely wouldn't be backing Chelsea. I'm going to take a chance on West Brom here, just in case there are big issues at Chelsea. And look, if you've lost 3-0 to Bournemouth and then get tonked at Watford with 10 men and the goals came late, but it still doesn't look right to me. And West Brom have already won at Anfield this season. I think Pardew has got a positivity about him that can just occasionally sort of up. He quite fancies himself in these big games, I think it's fair to say.
I think you could have ended that sentence after the word himself.
He does. And West Brom are in a situation now where they almost start to need to win games because they are beginning to get a bit tailed off. If Chelsea win, then so be it. The reason I don't want to go double chance or handicap is because if Chelsea are at their best, then they'll probably win and win easily enough. But if they're not, and the crowd are negative, and Conte's negative, Sturridge.
They've got a bit of firepower now as well. I mean, Rodriguez was brilliant against Liverpool, wasn't he?
I don't know why he didn't play against Southampton. Made no sense. But if you've got Sturridge, Rodriguez, and Rondon up front, you've got a chance in this game. And West Brom were missing quite a few important players against Southampton, like Johnny Evans. They've got a bit, because it's a Monday, they've got more chance of getting them back. And they played well at Anfield. Why can't they play well at Stamford Bridge?
So a friendly fiver on the throttles, maybe.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the outsiders in a situation like this.
How about you, Daniel?
Yeah, I'd echo a lot of that. I would go on the double chance, just so you got the draw on side. You're still getting a decent enough price, 23-10, West Brom or the draw. A couple of the players they had out last time contributed to a disjointed performance. They've Kieran Gibbs is expected to be back. Krychowiak, who's been a really important midfield player for them, very important in the way they play. He's going to be back as well. So there's some positives there. Pedro went off injured for Chelsea against Watford, so takes another option away from him offensively, and they're just morale-wise at the moment. Like I said before, even before they went down to 10 men, they looked a poor side against Watford. West Brom are just as, although they're at the bottom of the table, their performances haven't been that bad since Pardew's come in. Put some good performances in. The loss at City was their first away defeat in 4, so they've been showing some resilience on the road. And
that came on the back of some hard games.
Yes, they tossed it off there, didn't they?
He even rested a few in that game to prepare for the Southampton game. It was
sandwiched, wasn't it?
Before the Southampton game. So I think they'll be, personnel-wise, they'll have a lot better prepared for this game, and I think they'll give it a go, and every chance they'll take some points.
And how much would you two, as Tottenham fans, piss yourselves if they did get beat?
Well, you know what, the thing is, with the situation with Conte, you maybe want him to stay, and he could end up, if there are issues within that club. So, I mean, Chelsea have done very well when they've sacked their managers.
But they won't keep him. They can't, can they? I mean, it's virtually impossible, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
you're flying against 10 years of form.
The journalists that are pretty close to Chelsea, and there's been a lot of leaks coming out of there, seem to suggest that he is going to stay. So that surprised me, but I found it quite interesting.
Blimey. What do you think will happen here, Amanda?
Yeah, I wouldn't be touching Chelsea either, even at home. So I'm actually going to go for a goal angle here. Over 2.5 goals in the match. Chelsea's last 5 matches in all competitions have finished that way, and West Brom's last 3. So that's what I'll be siding. That's priced about 8-11.
Jolly good. And before we go, Amanda, can you just give us a show on the FA Cup if you've got that to hand?
Yeah, sure. The FA Cup betting with Man City 2-1, Man United 100-30, Chelsea 7-2, 9-2 Tottenham, Leicester 11s, Southampton 25s, 33s bar.
Cool, you tipped Leicester at bigger prices, was it? Both of you,
yeah,
wasn't
we
it?
did. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, still a lot of the big teams look like they're going to get to the quarterfinals, but they're in with a chance.
Excellent. Weekend plans, Mark? Which game are you going to?
No, I'm just working on Saturday because we've got to get our Champions League sort of special ready for Tuesday's.
Oh, that's in Tuesday's paper, isn't it?
Yeah,
so you're grafting away with that. So don't miss next Tuesday's Racing Post because we've got all the gen on that. And it's going to be brilliant, isn't it? This last 16 draw is fantastic, isn't it?
This is the proper competition now.
What about you, Dan? Off to the London Stadium?
No, I'll be watching Spurs and Arsenal on the box after taking my son to his Saturday morning football training. So, yeah.
Lovely stuff. And Amanda, what's the weekend hold for you?
Going on a bit of a hike on Saturday and then football day for me on the couch on Sunday.
Oh, lovely. Where are you walking?
I got up to Carlingford with a friend. Carlingford, it's up at the north.
Oh, lovely. Excellent. Nice one.
Yeah.
Have you ever, if you go to Dublin, to the south of the cities, there's kind of mountain range there, isn't there? Is that? I've always quite fancied getting out into the hills of Ireland. I've never really done rural Ireland. There's plenty of good places to walk.
I'm actually from there myself.
Oh, right.
Just from this, from place called Tala. It's beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Excellent. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Amanda. Great stuff as always. Hope we will see you back on the Postcast very soon. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Dan. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, if you do like the Postcasts, make sure you rate, review and subscribe on iTunes.
Follow Paddy Power on Snapchat. The username is ThePaddyPower, and we promise there won't be any boring snaps about gigs, the weather or the gym.